Welcome back to Culbreth Mini Projects. Today we're at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and they've got a wood stove inside the house, and it runs through this pipe, and then it turns straight up and goes out through the roof. And every year we go through this, we clean it out. This sort of stuff just disconnects. All we have to do is move this wood stove about 6 inches out, maybe 4 inches. It's not much, but we'll pull that out. We'll drop this pipe, and then we'll scrub it out, and then we've got to scrub the exterior pipe. So I wanted you guys to see what this looks like. We're going to take you outside, and I'll show you how we clean that pipe using the Great All because it's just easier. It's less traffic on the roof. There's a lot of reasons why you would do it. But anyways, let's go upstairs, and we'll get out there and clean that pipe. Okay, we're outside. There's actually a cap on the bottom of that we want to take off. And then you can see up there's a top cap that we want to take off as well. And then we'll scrub that, and all of the debris should fall directly down in here. What you'll see on something like this is really just a little lid, and we can just pop that out just like that. That's all there is to it. Just a small lid. This is a kneeling pad that I did not kneel on. Whoops. So I'll leave the screwdriver here. I'll leave that there. Now we're going to lift up. We're going to take that top cap off. We're going to scrub it. This is what the brush looks like. There's different sizes. A lot of times fireplaces use like a square chimney. This is actually a round pipe, and it's an 8-inch pipe. So this is one of those brushes. I would say a lot of the newer ones seem to be 6-inch pipes just because they're more efficient, and it's just a smaller tube coming out. But this one's an old school 8-incher. So we'll screw all these pieces together. We'll get her brushed. All right, we're on our way up. When we get up here, the first thing we got to do is it's really just a friction fit cap that we need to take off, and I usually use a rubber mallet for that. There's like a tensioning screw that you can use, but I don't think it works that well. I just push that thing on, and it seems to work pretty well. So very similar to the wood burner that we have at our house. I want him to go down before we get over the house, and then when he booms out, we'll come up a little bit. All right, we have arrived. Whoa, no! Dude, bloopers. All right, so what you do in a case like this, everybody, is you screw this together and then you drop it down. We're just testing things right now. So we'll have them screw it on. I can't believe I just dropped the brush. What a knucklehead. Hey, use this one. Hey! That's what I get for dropping it. That's what I get. All right, so let's take the rubber mallet, and I'm just going to tap around here evenly. Doesn't take too much, but hang on to it because it'll go flying. There's some creosote, but honestly, that's pretty clean. It was jobbled up a little bit, but just in one spot. Wow. So what I'm looking at right now is there's no daylight down there. That's crazy to me. Usually you would see the bottom of the hole. So really, really bizarre. I do not see daylight in there, so I'm going to just run these in. You keep pushing this down. There it was. This is now as I scrub this, I'm working my way up, and so I don't have this huge tail. I'll just unscrew these as I go. Take that 4-foot off. Okay, and that's all there is to that. Still can't see. Hey, can you see if you could put a shop light underneath that so we can look through it better? You can see the ground? Oh, now you can. It was dark before. It was just dust. To find the hole. Yeah, you can see it's kind of brightened up a little bit. Yeah, it looks really clean. Super clean. All right, once we've got it cleaned out, we check this. There's really no debris on this, and we'll push this back on. This is just a friction fit. I just push down a little bit on the outside flanges. Ugh, and I actually try to spin it just a little bit. I think that's pretty level up there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We'll go back down. So a job like this is just not rocket science. It's mostly effort, honestly. I think the bigger part is when we get inside, now that that chimney's cleaned. We got to go in there, we got to scrub that chimney. That wood stove, I'm going to guess that thing's 500 pounds. I don't know. It's all cast. It's super heavy. But that's where we get in there, and it's just a lot of scraping around and trying to clean it. All right, we're moving the rocker. We got to take this thing off. This pipe is a little contraption we made. There's actually a blower that pushes air out the sides of this that really makes this efficient, but that'll actually blow hot air upstairs. So we want to just pull this off. That's how simple that was. And let that hang for a little bit. And then we're going to come in here and we need to pick this stove up. So Tom and I are going to grab it. And we just walk it out. Like I said, I think it's 500 pounds. So we'll have to be real careful. But I'll go first. So there I go. I moved mine. And is that enough? No. Okay. That's it. So this pipe right here, these are the dangerous ones that can hold a lot of creosote. So we're going to take this directly outside and we're going to scrub it out. Make sure that's nice and clean. And then right here, this goes through the wall and then it's in that vertical pipe. So you can't really see it, but there is, the outside is right there. There you go. You can see it. So I would say that's probably, it's going through a block wall and some stuff. I'd say it's probably 20 inches deep. But you can see how much debris, anytime that pipe goes horizontal, it doesn't self-clean as well as a vertical pipe will. So let's go take a look at this pipe out here. We'll get it scrubbed out. This is all the same. We'll use our 8-inch chimney brush on this as well. Dad's going to hold on for dear life. Okay. Very good. Now we're going to take this. Now we're going to take this same brush and we're going to brush that pipe that goes through the wall. So here I'm going to try my first push, so I'm not dragging stuff back in. I just push it all the way to the back wall. And that's the best I can do. Now some stuff's going to come back at me, so I just put my hand over it. All good. Clean as a whistle. All right. Now, before we put this pipe back in place, there's all kinds of sediment inside this canister, if you want to call it, the way the air moves around inside the back. So I get in here with a vacuum and actually vacuum this out. And this is where it becomes a kind of a dirty job. And I don't know how I got voted to do this, but not my favorite job either. But you can see all that. So there's all this that needs to come out of there, and I've got to brush it up on top of this. Like all this up in here needs to be brushed because there's a metal plate in there. And then all the way to the right, all the way to the left. And this is, it actually goes down probably to about there. So it actually goes down about 2 inches. Okay, so we'll take the vacuum and suck it all out. Ready? Alrighty, we'll put this ring back on, and that is vacuumed out real nice, super clean. We're ready to put our stovepipe back on to connect through the wall. This is always a tricky one, but we just look at the dust on it and we know which way it needs to go. Dusty side up. Okay, get it connected there. Tom, I was the last one to move, so I'll move first. A little more. Do you have any more? I don't know. There it goes. That seems decent. Let me pull it to you a little bit. Come on. Yeah, you can go a little more. Yeah, okay, hang on. Let's see. So far. Okay, let me take a little bit to you. All right, Tom, looks like you got to go quite a bit. Maybe. So the adjustment here has no screws. All we're doing is we're just grabbing this and pushing it in. There's nothing that's going to draw it away from the wall. So is it tight? Yeah. Pipe's tight? Okay. How do the legs look? Are they centered? Good. All right, everything's tight. You can see when I hit this thing, it's not going anywhere. That's what we want. Now you can look inside. These are dampers, and so you turn these, they just unscrew, and it allows more and more air. And if you leave these open, that fire will get away from you. You'll see this thing going over 1,000 degrees. So you really got to monitor these fires. It's not an electronic monitoring system. But you can see it's pretty well cleaned out and ready for logs. The way that they wash these windows here is you actually just rub some water with your ash, and that makes like a soap. And that'll clean that window so you can look inside there. Okay, we're going to open it up. The goal here is just clean this window. So I will shine. Does that light help you, Nicole, if you can see from that side? I'm going to take, all I'm doing is I'm dabbing a little bit of just water. I'm putting a little ash on this, on that rag, just like that, which looks like gross, but that's just ash. And then you just rub it on the window here. And see how that just comes clean? Then you can wipe it off. You can almost see me. Yeah, but it doesn't take too much. And you can see there's just not a lot of scrubbing involved. Yeah, it's coming real clean. I wonder if some of that dirt's actually from the outside. Oh, yeah. So there you go. And then you can wipe the outside. I want to find a clean spot here. That probably could use a clean rag. My rag's so dirty now cleaning that outside, but yeah, you can see right through that. And if you had a fire going, it's even better. And we're using these cup holders. They work really well for this. The other thing is sometimes you want to get that heat going through that chimney. So we'll run the torch up here just so the smoke's drawn up through the pipe and not into the house. And I can see it funnel in there. And that's how we clean our wood stove to make sure that we don't have any chimney fires throughout the season. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit those notifications. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.